Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Dayton. It's Joe with Classic Closets. I wanted to get these plans over to you and the screen capture video up on YouTube, which you should be now watching if you're watching this, just so I could show you what I came up with for your different areas. We looked at quite a few different areas, so please take a look, and I'll be back right after this short screen capture video. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Dayton, now that we're in this camera, we can do a little walkthrough of the plans. The first area we'll talk about is the garage left wall. This is the first area that we talked about. Looking straight on of this particular project, what we've got is we've got a little outlet there on the wall right there. That outlet's 72 inches over, so we're going to start just to the right of that outlet. So here's what we came up with. We had about 18 feet of space to work with. So I came up with 4 cabinets that are 39 inches wide. The partitions are 90.2 inches tall, which gets us, you can see, just below the 8-foot point, which is about what we wanted. That way I'm using a standard size. And then we have 2 cabinets on the right, a 27-inch cabinet there and there. You can see they're 27, about 31 inches tall, 12 inches deep. And then the base cabinet has a couple drawers. They're also 27, but these are 24 deep. So 4 39s, 2 27 by 12s, and the 27 by 24. You got pegboard here, and most likely a Formica or a Wilson Art countertop. We can also see this particular room in 3D. For example, I'll just turn it this way, and we can kind of get a visual of what you would have if you were standing looking at it. Let's see if I can give you a nice rendering of it. Okay, I think you can see that that would look very nice. Of course, the pegboard would be in here. I don't have any way of drawing that in this software. And if you were coming in from your garage, this is the view you'd have coming in from your garage. As you drove in, this is what you'd see. Okay, so a lot of good storage there. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next project that we looked at, which was also in your garage. This was the front wall. This front wall, you had talked about putting a little sink pedestal thing here, which I've got drawn in there for you. We've got 2 cabinets here. These are 42 inches wide, same height, which would be almost 96 off the ground by the time up to that point, 24 inches deep. This particular cabinet on the left has double hang. You can see behind doors. Okay, you can see what we've got there. And then the cabinet on the right is similar, however, it has a 42-inch long hang or single hang within the cabinetry. So you can see that in there as well. And these 2 cabinets would go just shy of your little laundry sink type thing. Now both of these cabinets get 1/4-inch veneer cedar backing here and here. Then we'll go ahead and go to the next project that we looked at, which is the fireplace cabinets. Now we've got adjustable shelves that are 3/8 tempered glass in these cabinets. When you look at this in 3D, you can see that I built both of these little alcove units up to the ceiling and capped it off with some crown molding. Depending on the lighting, we had some discussions of lights and potential lights and possibilities of lights. So some of this would be dependent on what we did there. Now this is the 3/8 inch glass, tempered, that would be adjustable. You did not want a middle divider, which is cool. We didn't put one in there for you. And we've got all cabinets. So I think that room turned out very nice as well. You can see from the overview how it all looks. Now, if you look straight on the left side first, you can see the alcoves are about 1/4-inch different. Now, this little outlet right here on the left side of the alcove with this design is problematic. It needs to probably be moved a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, unless you don't want these cabinets to be the same size, which I think you probably do. Now, if you notice, the depth is 23 on these two, because we talked about the depth not being able to be a full 24-inch depth. Then we go to the other side. The other side is just a little bit different as far as the size of the alcove is a little bit different. It's 44 1/4, and there's no electrical outlet. There's one on the side wall here, which you can only see in 3D. But I really don't see it as being a problem because of the way we designed the unit. You see the outlet right there. So in this particular case, the outlet's not really a problem. You'll have your counter space going back in, your 23-inch deep cabinets here, and then your outlet here. You can see it. So it really clears everything. And these would be glass. As I mentioned, I don't have any way of drawing glass in this software. But I think just as a general look, this would be a very nice looking area here, especially if we mirror image what you've got as far as your kitchen cabinets, or at least get pretty close to them. It's going to be a very nice look in here for you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move to the next area that we talked about, which is bathroom cabinet. Now this little teeny cabinet above your toilet area, you can see what I've got. I drew a little toilet in there for you, and you can kind of tell in 3D, depending on what you do. You can pick nice door styles or basic, whichever you want. Crown molding, obviously we want to make sure you have room to stand up above that toilet. The depth of this cabinet, you mentioned you'd like it to be 8 inches deep. So what we ended up with was a 41.06 inch tall cabinet in height, 8 inches deep. Of course, covers the whole wall, which is 37 3/8. And currently it's drawn about 56 inches off the ground. I can move up or down or whatever you'd like, but that's what I came up with initially. So the little bathroom cabinet, all it really is just a couple shelves behind doors. Keep in mind, please, that the shelves are adjustable, so you can move the tiers anywhere you would like them to be. Okay, so now we'll go to the next project, which I drew up for you, which is a freestanding cart. Freestanding cart. Let me just kind of show you in 3D what I came up with here for you. You can see I've got 8 casters underneath this unit. This is the front of the unit. Front of the unit has a couple drawers here, and a little pencil drawer here. I can certainly make these heights the same if you'd like, but I think you'll appreciate having a little more room to sit underneath. Maybe you want to shrink these 2 drawers down, but that's what we came up with. And if you look at the back side of this, what you'll have looking at the back side would be a full back on the very back. And that gives it the rigidity, stability, to where it can actually be on casters. Without this full back, it would not be rigid enough to handle any type of caster. So the other thing we discussed is that this edge here on the very back would be a 180 edge. So would this edge here. The edge here and the edge here would have to be flat. So it's called a double roll, because you'll have a 180 edge all the way there, a 180 edge all the way there, and then a flat edge, self edge, whatever you want to call it, just flat left and right. So that's what I came up with. I think it looks really nice, having the 3/4 inch full back and the casters. I think you're going to be really, really good. Now, as far as looking straight on and talking about the size of this particular unit, you wanted it 36 inches deep. So what I did was I made these partitions here 33 inches deep, which you can see there, but by the time you overlap the counter, it's going to be 36 inches deep, just like what you wanted. And you mentioned you wanted it to be about 38 inches tall. If the casters are about 2.5, which is the normal ones that we would use, you can see the distance over on the far right. It says 38 inches there. So we'll be anywhere from 37.25 to 38.5 inches tall, depending on the caster size we use. And the opening over here is an 18-inch opening, same on the right. Now the 6H drawer, which you see, is actually 7.40 inches in height. It's a little bit more than a 7 3/8 inch tall drawer face. And then the opening in here in the center between these two cabinets is 33. So you got plenty of room to sit, roll it around any way you want. I think it came out very nice. All these shelves here would be adjustable as well. So now we'll go to the next project, which is a little casita cabinet. Now we discussed the size that you wanted this cabinet here in the casita, and what we ended up with is we're going to talked about going to about 95 inches tall plus the crown molding. So this particular cabinet is only 12 inches deep, 24 inches wide, and would look really, really sharp. Fits in there just beyond your window. I didn't draw your window, but you got a window in here. But this does clear, and these doors are the same size, top and bottom. Depending on the style, you may end up with a flat door only. You may end up with raised panel. who knows? That would be your choice, whatever material you'd like to have in there. And the last project I've got is the master closet. And in the master closet, what we had talked about is that we would basically divide this closet a little bit. This would be Chauncey's side over here, and Jude's side would be over here. And so what I did was, right in here, I have Chauncey's shoe shelves. Then I have a hanging area here, here, and here, with Chauncey's drawers here. Now, for Jude, I've got her shoe shelves here. I'm building all the way up to this point. That's called a positive overlap, making use of all of this space. I hope you can see that. And then I've got a drawer section here, hanging both sides. Long hanging goes into the corner here. And I've got some additional drawers here. So, Jude, you would have 7 drawers and 1 hamper. And Chauncey would have 5 drawers. And we've got all hanging here. So, best way to really see this is in 3D. So let me show a couple 3D views. Now you can see I've got crown molding wrapping around the whole thing too. And I'm going to go ahead and hide a couple walls. There's too many walls showing up, so it's really difficult to see anything. I'm going to talk about this side over here for now. And I'm going to go ahead and hide a lot of the walls. So we're going to be looking over here at Jude's side. Okay, now with Jude's side, you can see what I came up with here for you. I've got, this is her far side. I've got her drawers there with some shelves up above. Double hang here, double hang here, double hang here. And then what I did is I went ahead and built her a hamper and 2 drawers here with some shelves above, her long hanging going back into this corner here, and then her shoe shelves that actually extend beyond the point of the wall out to the front of this other unit. So I'm making total use of all that space. So everything you're seeing here, Jude, is for you. And I think it came out really, really nice, making full use of everything. Plus, with this particular view, you can really see the crown molding, how it wraps all the way around the closet. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and show a couple of these other walls over here for Chauncey. And so everything we'll be looking at now will be Chauncey's side, and I'm going to hide all of these that are for you, Jude. And we'll see what we can do here. Okay, so we're going to be looking at these walls over here. So everything here is for Chauncey. You can see when you first walk in, you'll see Chauncey's drawers here. And you'll also see Jude's back on this other wall. And then shelves above, long hanging there. Some shelves at the top, and then a low rod. And then on the front wall, Chauncey gets the shoe shelves, because this wall is long enough to actually accommodate shoe shelves here. You can see how the top shelf wraps all the way around this entire closet. And that's one thing why I put Jude's shoe shelves right there. Is I think it just gives you more room, Jude. I hope you agree. So looking at this in 3D, again, what we'll do is, let me look at it from overview. I just want to give you a nice rendered view so you can see the crown molding would start here, and it would wrap here, 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 here. You see that? The crown molding wraps continuously around the whole closet, yet there's room to get in everywhere. So I think the master came out really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras. I'll be right back in just 1 second. Welcome back. I hope that was informative for you. I also want to let you know I enjoyed meeting you both. We had a lot of fun, and well, hopefully we were able to accomplish something with their efforts the other day. So look forward to our appointment at the showroom on Monday as well. Please feel free to give me a call anytime at 520-223-1236. Please dial all 10 digits, even in Tucson. That's a long story. But in any case, I'm also sending you some PDFs of the project so that you can print them and see what we came up with for each of the individual rooms. I hope you like what you see. Again, I'm excited to see you Monday. Take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.